This the AMG way, we don't follow the crowd. Quiet money moves, we just say it out loud. Tax-free living, long plays over hype. Build it right once, let the legacy right. We talk ownership.
What is going on, everyone? What's happening? Welcome to AMG Podcast, the real talk version with Mondo and Larry Woods. What's going on, Woods? How you doing, man?
What's up? Doing great. How are you?
Oh, fantastic, man. I actually can breathe now a little bit. Got the congestion taken care of. Ready to rock and roll, man. Yes, indeed. I kept losing my breath with an F. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I can't breathe up in here. Oh, my God. We're straight now, man. So today we are going to get into something. I think, it is personal. And I think for a lot of people in the space that we're in, as well as similar spaces, have different dynamics and conversations they could offer. We're going to talk about entrepreneurship and spousal support. Entrepreneurship and spousal support. Oh, man. And we're not going to ruffle feathers. That's not the intention. We're just going to share some perspective and realities and things of that nature that we've all or both of us have experienced. So with that said, man,
You're already in a tight sweater washed in cold water. Make that hot water. Tight sweater.
Yeah. So, okay, let me give a little context here. So spousal support. So obviously being men, we're talking about our wives. Now it could be flip, obviously, if you're a woman in entrepreneurship or you're an entrepreneur or whatever, doing something that's maybe not the typical 9-to-5 or corporate job, and you have a husband, obviously it's just flip the pancake, same situation, right? So for us, that what we're talking about is when you're in a business or you enter in something that's not conventional, right? It's different. It's not the 9-to-5. It's not what maybe your spouse is used to. Maybe they didn't grow up in a culture of entrepreneurship or entrepreneurs. Maybe it was like where I grew up. I was, factory workers, GM, Ford, Chrysler, some executives in these organizations, but the typical corporate 9-to-5 grind, right? To some degree. And entrepreneurship wasn't really a thing in the community that I grew up in. Mm-hmm. And so for me, I knew I wanted to do something different. So fast forward, as I got into the entrepreneurship world, I found it somewhat challenging to find individuals, sometimes even friends, who really understood me, right? It became more challenging when the dating started and, finding a woman that would understand me in that regard. Understanding or either respecting vision, trusting vision, belief and all that. Because it seems like a lot of people just believe what they see tangibly, but not what they see visionary wise or mentally, right? Especially from another person.
Well, it's easier.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, yeah, exactly. Especially if you have no experience in that, right? So, right. I guess I'll jump in the pain and go first, and then maybe a lot of what I say triggers you and something, man. So,
okay.
All right. So spousal support, what that looks like here is, wow, that's a lot, man. Let me say it a word. So in entrepreneurship, I would be lying if I said that my wife completely understood it in the beginning. She would say that she didn't understand it. However, she would say that she trusted me. She knew that she would be safe in all what that means to her. Whether it be financially, whether it be whatever. Okay. She didn't understand some of my ventures. She didn't understand some of the things I chose to do, but she gave me the room and the bandwidth to experiment and to find it and to look for the gold and throw out the dirt. You know what I mean? And this is okay. Now she gave me the room to mess up. She gave me the room to figure it out. There was like this built-in grace. Now, that's the angelic part. But there is a part where there's moments where there was some concern or fear, or even just more of a help meet and saying, hey, honey, pick your head up. Let's talk about this. I see what you're doing over there. Do you think you need to pivot a little bit? Not necessarily quit entrepreneurship, but pivot where I'm aiming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Keep the entrepreneurship in mind, but just pivot a little bit.
Yeah, co-piloting.
Just 2 degrees left. Let's go. You know what I mean? So there was never, fortunately, thank the Lord, there was no negativity. There was no, you need to quit. Do you suck at this? How come you haven't? How come you didn't sell anything today? How come you didn't? How come? The only time I got the how come is when I didn't try. Or if I didn't give enough effort. How come you didn't try hard enough? How come you didn't run all your appointments? How come you didn't? Like the moments, I'll be straight up, the moments I was acting like a punk and I got in my own head, you know, 'cause entrepreneurship is hard, man. It's not for everybody, dude. And when you hit those, moments, hit your head against the wall several times and you're a little dizzy, you just need to sit down somewhere. You're like trying to figure it all out. Then you start, at least I did in a couple moments I can remember vividly where I was just, man, I don't know, that whole thing, man. I don't know. Excuse me. I don't know. And I remember one pivotal moment was that really changed everything. I remember I was in, early in the insurance game and, knocking doors and all that kind of stuff. And I had a rough couple of weeks, man. And I had created this standard for myself, but this standard was not hitting these couple of weeks. Mm-hmm. I was getting my tail handed to me. And so, of course, you're thinking, man, I don't know. These people, those folks, what they said, that's everybody else's fault but mine.
Right.
I fell into that trap. So one day, she's doing her makeup in the bathroom, and I'm at the door early morning, just complaining. I'm that guy. Just, man, I don't know, babe. Like this, you know what I'm saying, right? Like I'm trying to get her to co-sign my feelings, which your feelings ain't your friend.
No.
I came to find that out real quick. And she said to me, because I was trying to give myself excuses to not go out and work because of these people, man. You know what I'm saying? I just need a break. I'm just tired. All that kind of stuff. Just, this me being transparent and real, dude. Like,
that's what the party's about. Let's go.
Yeah, this is straight up. So it's tough to say, but it's also easy to say because it's the truth.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe I'll stay home. Whatever. And she looked at me. She said, so you mean to tell me that you entertaining your feelings and not going in the field is more important than feeding us? I said, huh? Now I heard what she said, but when you being stupid, you gotta say, huh? She's like, so you mean to tell me that you entertaining your feelings by staying home and giving into all these little crazy thoughts you have is more important than taking care of the family? I had nothing. She said, I didn't marry that. And she turned around and kept doing her makeup. It said nothing to me. Dude, I was sitting there, knot in my throat, like, like
big pivot.
So I went and got dressed. And then when I got dressed, she walked by. She said, do whatever you need to do. Listen to whatever you need to listen to. Sing whatever you need to sing. Cry if you need to cry. Whatever. Get it out and get over it and go get it. And she left for work.
That's a helpmeet right there.
Dude, and I say that to say because of that reason. It's like what I didn't get, which would not have helped. See, when someone does this, when a spouse or support system does what I'm about to do now, it actually slows down the process of success in learning and getting better. If she were to say, babe, you right. I know it's hard out there, ain't it? People crazy. I know. I know you did, honey. If you tired, you're looking a little run down. You know what? Maybe let's go to lunch. I'll take a half that. Next thing you know, I'm already mentally in the PJs. You know what I'm saying? Right. I'm ready to chill. I'm ready to do all that. But she didn't do that.
Mm-hmm.
So think about if she would have came that way and I gave into that, how many days and weeks were now just added to my process of getting better?
Yeah. Good point.
Versus her saying, no, push through. Push through. Your feelings don't matter. She didn't say it like that, but that's what she meant. You mean to tell me you entertaining your feelings is more important than you going out and fighting for the family.
Mm-hmm.
Whoo!
Those forces are real, especially in everyday life. Entrepreneurship is not easy.
It's not.
Don't let all the highlight reels that you see on social media fool you.
Right.
Yeah, they are highlight reels, and they may have earned their way to that position in life. But trust me, it's not easy. Even while they're sitting on the mountaintop, those highlight reels of entrepreneurship, it's a day-to-day grind. It's not easy.
Why do you say that personally? I could tell the way you said that, it comes from a personal spot.
But here's the thing. You are solely responsible for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Not the bots that you put in place for these online, internet generated, entrepreneurs. It's no offense to any of that. You still got to work. Right. You still have to put in some time mentally, if not physically.
You still got to decide which bots to use. That's work.
Which bots to use. Right. And you got to make sure they working every day. Because if they not, then you set this persona online. That persona goes away fast.
Mm-hmm.
1 or 2 slips, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's a daily grind. Especially in our field, we're dealing with humans every day. There's no bots involved.
Right.
We're dealing with humans every day, right? And their resources. So we got a higher level of accountability.
Yeah.
Higher level.
So why don't, like, this whole spousal thing, right? Why do you think some spouses, male or female, don't understand or maybe aren't willing to support? They think if I nag enough, if I complain enough, if I get them to do what's comfortable for me, then I'm comfortable, versus believing in someone. Like, where do you think that comes from? What is that?
It's a spirit of selfishness, first of all.
Ooh, okay.
Upbringing.
Don't put the sheets back.
Well, let me dig into that spirit of selfishness. Depending on what generation that's listening or you come from. Today's generation, is microwave. They want it right now.
Yeah, you ain't lying, boy.
So yeah, they are willing to push their guy or other half into that space with the sole intention of, I'm going to reap the benefit of it. Go.
Right.
And not to mention, I don't want to lack anything right now. Right. So I'm not sacrificing anything. I need you to go get it right now. It's that.
Whew. So here's the thing. Choose your hard. Sacrifice for a few years. And I mean, like the working half, get after it.
Mm-hmm.
Unrelenting. The other half, support. Unrelenting support. Loving support. No nagging. Encouragement. Picking your boo up.
But they have to know what that looks like.
Yeah.
And they have to be willing to do that.
Right. So it's like, okay, what's going to help you and your mate get to the goal that both of y'all want? Do you think adding drag by nagging the person when they already got their face handed to them all day is helping?
Right.
No. Help them pick their face back up and put it back together.
So you got to stop looking at things in 2D. Stop looking at it in 3D.
Yes.
Because it's not a singular person that's in this. Y'all are in this together.
Right.
They may be out on the front lines, but trust, you are in it with them. So you need to act as such.
Dude, that is gold. Because I think some people miss sight of that. They're so focused on the results.
Correct.
And it's like, okay, yeah, you do your little entrepreneurship thing. And then that person that says that is looking at results as the quantifier, as the barometer on whether I'm going to believe in what you're doing or not. Versus the commitment to the process. Be committed to the process. Like I told you, Selena will call me to the carpet. Stay committed to the process.
Right.
We said we were going to do X, Y, Z. Stay committed to the process. You're at the door while I'm doing my makeup acting like you're going to get uncommitted from the process. Like, stay committed to the process.
Yeah.
And that's the big thing. It's like the support is more of a how should I say? It's not supporting when results are awesome, when things are great, that's not support. That's just called clapping.
Right.
That's called acknowledging the fruit and the action that just took place.
Support's 24/7.
Right. So a big part is belief. I had one guy I said, ask your spouse the simple question. He said, okay, what's that? I said, go ask her, do you believe in me? And do you believe in us? See what she says. Ask her, do you believe in me? Because if you say no, we got a whole nother conversation we got to have.
That's the problem. Actually.
And it's not about work.
Yeah.
So that's the thing, man. Like I don't understand how, if you see a person out there grinding that loves you, takes care of you, got vows, all that kind of stuff, how can you get in the way of what they're pursuing for y'all
and call it love?
And then call it love.
There's no love in that.
Yes.
There's just ambition and all surface stuff.
Yes. I definitely have challenges with when I see guys or gals, but for me, it's mainly dudes, when they're trying to do what they do for their family and they're getting a lot of dragons and kickback from their partner. It stinks, man.
Whether it's the wife or the husband. Yeah, it does stink.
It does stink. It's like, do you realize what this dude's trying to do? Give him the grace to figure it out. Here's what's, okay. I'm gonna end it with this, and then you go do your thing. That spouse, you believe in someone, and it's not your husband. It's your boss. You believe in your boss, the owner of the business you work for, more than you believe in your husband. And most of you have never met that boss. So you believe in somebody you never even met. That person you never met is what? An entrepreneur. The same thing that your husband's trying to become.
Yeah.
And what he needs is what your boss probably got from his spouse, which is why you work for him. Because he was able to get the support, have the bandwidth, have the grace, have all that, build a business to where you can hire employees like you. You never met him, but he built a business where he got to hire people now. And you believe in him and that man's vision. You believe in that 2% raise. You believe in that PTO. You believe in all this insurance, this 401k. You believe in all that. Then you got Henry over here at the house. Like, baby, you know what? I got it. You know I'm good at cooking. I know everyone loves my food. I got this food truck. I got the this, that, and the other. And I'm doing food truck. Hold on. Dude, there's so much of that. It's crazy.
Oh, I know.
Can you imagine how many great businesses and opportunities will be out there for us to enjoy as consumers if spouses could get on board with the person who truly has a gift
and allow them to flourish in that gift?
Oh, man, I'd be fat as I'll get out. It'd be all so many food trucks.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. You're gonna say something, man.
That's a real thing. That is a real thing. Look, to have a spouse to support, you're not even taking in consideration. Like if you're not supporting your spouse, you're not even taking consideration how they actually feel as a W-2.
What
right?
Man. So I'm in this job. I'm in this cubicle. I'm on the line. I'm out here fighting. I'm into whatever, busting my tail, hating life. But you comfortable with what I'm doing.
When you know that deep down, you're not supposed to be where you are or supposed to be somewhere else doing something else. When you know that in your bones, you can't stay there. And not to have support for that, man, that is miserable. And the spouses have no idea what kind of misery that is for that person. Well, because they refuse to even entertain the idea.
Yeah.
Which is sad.
Because it's, to some people, they believe, well, that's what being a man is. Do what you're supposed to do. Take care of the family. But how come I can't enjoy what I'm doing? How come I can't live in my purpose and my passion?
Right.
God gave me gifts. Yeah, I could do this other stuff, but that's not what he put me here for.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of times I see dudes working in things they like, they don't like. They working in hell, providing a lifestyle and opportunity for their spouse to go live their dream and do what they want to do.
That's the selfish.
Man,
that's the
get me up out of that.
Yeah.
No, like let's support each other. If you have a vision, cool. What is it, baby? All right, here's my vision. Okay, blah 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 blah. Now let's be fair though. There are some people that I know. I have some of my family that say they are or want to be entrepreneurs truly only because they're lazy and they really don't want to work.
Mm.
Now, not talking about those people because we know those exist. The ones that I call them the fixing to people. Yeah, man, I'm fixing to start this truck, man. Yeah, I'm fixing to start this.
Is that with an X or a CK?
That's yeah, or fitting too. I'm fitting to. Yeah, I'm fitting to do this, man. I'm fixing to this. It's like they got all this every Thanksgiving. They done hit you with 25 different dreams and different things. You see them on Easter, same thing. Blah, blah. We ain't talking about them. We're not talking about Skeeter. We're not talking about them. We're talking about the real, true people that have gifts, that have vision. The worst thing you could do with someone who truly has a vision is to cut them off from it and make them feel bad for having it.
Yeah.
And let them know audibly that you don't support vision. Dude, that is castrating to a man. Now, I don't know how it is for women, but for a dude to have your spouse in many ways, maybe not directly, but definitely indirectly, tell you your hopes and dreams and visions don't matter. I need money. What you want to do don't matter. Because that's what they're saying.
Exactly what you're saying.
It don't matter. You keep your little dreams in your head, boo-boo, all the attitude and stuff. You keep that all up there and you go get you a job and take care of us. Now, that entrepreneur still needs to be able to, do what he has to do. If he's in the building process of his business, maybe he needs a part-time. Maybe he is working a full-time and working his business at night to build and work his way out of the full-time and fully into self-employment. There's transitional pieces. But the problem sometimes is that, man, these guys can't get the plane off the ground because you don't even give them time to build the doggone plane.
True. Because if he's doing both to get out of one, then that's time taken away.
That's time taken away.
So now you're complaining about time.
Now how come you ain't around? I don't see you. We can't cuddle like we used to. It's like, which one you want, man? Like,
you got more than enough right now, but now you're complaining about time.
Which one do you want? Right? That's the big question, man.
Pick your heart.
Pick your heart for sure. So, is there a way to help our spouses, our partners become great support systems? And if so, how? What do we do? What do we say?
My opinion is it's communication.
Okay. All right.
Right. First of all, it starts with a healthy relationship. So it has to come in from a healthy place.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
You got to have talk. You got to have the talk because things are about to change. Example, my house.
All right.
Right. I was W-2 for a long time. And then I got a chance not to be. My wife has always championed me. Why don't you just do this for yourself? Why don't you just do this for yourself?
Mm-hmm.
And then eventually I did. And it was great. But let me tell you, it's a grind.
Yes.
There ain't no more 40-hour weeks.
No.
You 60, 70, sometimes 80 hours. I mean, it doesn't stop. That's when I say it's continuous. And why the support needs to be 24/7, continuous. It is a grind.
And I think your wife understands that this is for y'all.
She does. Now, I will say this. Just like, everybody else, we're human. So they got comfortable with the 24. Mm-hmm. They got comfortable with the W-2 life, right?
Yeah.
When you want to make the switches, hold up.
Yeah.
Let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
And it took some talking. to talk through, see how that's going to look.
Yeah.
You got to have the real conversation because yes, it's going to look different.
So yes, I do think I agree. Communication is key. You got to talk, but also I do think you got to come to the table open.
Yes.
And be willing to take calculated risk. Right now, not over calculated risk, because that leads to stagnation. Right. But it's calculated risk, and you say, okay, cool, we're gonna go hard at it, and this is how we're gonna go about it. Because really, ultimately, you're building something for your family, for generations, for your children, for your children's children. You're building something. Now, isn't it cool as a support system to say, you know what? I'm not necessarily the visionary. I'm not necessarily the entrepreneur, but my husband is, my wife is, and I'm gonna play my part to build something for our children, to build something for our family. We could put our name on, our stamp on it, like take ownership. And I do think that's a challenge for some people as a support system is they don't instinctively know how to take ownership of that entrepreneurship effort. Like anything that I've done or I do, it's not mine, it's ours.
Right.
You know, and Selena plays a part just as much as I do in different ways. She has a quiet part. I'm the more upfront part, but she plays a very vital part, big time. And I think it's really finding out where do you fit in. Maybe you're not the visionary. Maybe you're more admin. Maybe you're more support system. Maybe you're more just the wisdom, the lending ear, or because your spouse better than anybody. You should at least.
Right.
And so it's those types of things of taking ownership of it, both of you. I do think that now to take off a little heat off the spouse and put it back onto the entrepreneur. One of the mistakes that I made early was I knew that Selena wasn't built like me in that regard. Okay. And to protect her in my ignorant mind at the time, I didn't disclose a lot of what was going on here in effort to try to protect her from the pitfalls and from the disappointments and from the setbacks and from the pivots, because I know she's not built that way. I can handle it just fine. I assume she couldn't. Now, she may not in her own individual efforts because that's not her thing, but she can handle it fine when it's our thing.
Yes.
I didn't realize that earlier on. I just assumed because that's not what she does, she couldn't handle it. So I kept her from that, and it didn't play out well. We were basically became passing ships in a way.
Gotcha.
She at the time, and then she got into entrepreneurship. She had 2 partners in co-owning a CrossFit gym, and I'm owning the business over here in financial services, and we're kind of doing 2 different things. Now she knew what I was doing, I knew what she was doing, but we didn't know. No, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it's until somebody gave me some wisdom, and I woke up and I actually took her in the field and I showed her what was going on. I explained to her what these things are, and I walked her through the product. I showed her this is the clients that I sit with. Matter of fact, come meet them, come hug them, come smell them, all that stuff. You know what I mean? Like get familiar with it. This is how we eat. And after we did those things, she took ownership in her way.
That's a big moment for them.
Oh,
big
dude, I got her involved.
Yeah.
So versus just being a fan in the bleachers, in the nosebleeds, she's now a fan on the sideline.
Yeah.
Got her feet touching the chalk.
Yeah.
I ain't supposed to be on the field running the ball, but dadgummit, I'm padded up and I got my feet on the chalk and I'm like these. And you come over here, I got your water, I got your towel. Here, sit down, wipe your brow, get in your ear. Now get back out there.
It's a big change. Yeah,
it's a big change, because before she was in the nosebleeds, and it affected a lot of things. It affected marriage. It affected,
positively, yes,
positively, big time. It like our marriage, like, our relationship skyrocketed. We already thought it was great, but then it just went to a whole nother plateau, not plateau, but a whole nother level. Once, like, so this is ours. All that we do in this house is ours.
Yeah.
It's like, man, I never lived with somebody like that before. And she's like, me neither. Like, this is cool. So it has its other benefits outside of just growing your business and generating revenue and all that stuff.
Correct.
It has household benefits. for the crib, for your best friend.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So yeah, for me, man, like I don't know. I hope this makes sense for a lot of people. You know?
Yeah.
You know, the spousal support, the teams, crucial. I don't think any man, woman can build a business, build their vision truly by themselves. I don't believe that's even possible.
They can. So if you're listening and you love that person, you got to champion what they want to do. You got to actually start listening to what they're saying.
Stop talking so much.
Correct.
And listen. Woo! Fire sauce. Love it. Yes, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
Well, all right, Woods, we're going to keep it hot today, man. Keep it moving. We got things to do, people to see, but this is a great chat, man. I think people can be hooked up with this, especially if they're in the pickle right now. Like, how do I navigate this with my boo, you know, with my spouse, my loved one? Right. So, hey, you know, definitely hit us up, have comments, you know, ask us questions, whatever. If you want to talk to us on a personal level, we down. You know, we're not counselors or nothing, but we'll be friends.
Well, yeah. Iron sharpens iron. Let's get
That's it, man. All right. So with that said, Mondo and Larry and Real Talk AMG Pod. We see you guys next time on the AMG Podcast. Later.
This the AMG way, we don't follow the crowd. Quiet money moves, we just say it out loud. Tax-free living, long plays over hype. Build it right once, let the legacy write. We talk ownership.